Everyone enjoys trading indices because once you go to indices, you do not go back to currencies. We love the volatility of trading indices. Um, I always commit myself to showing you guys how to trade at the right time of the day and how to understand market structure, etc. But guys, a few of you messaged me today and asked me how I was able to catch the PPI trade that we just finished completing just 1 hour ago. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to hop on the charts and show you guys how I caught this beautiful trade. And to do that, I'm going to hop on a clear chart, clear it up, and we're going to start from the daily time frame. So guys, stop everything that you're doing and pay close attention, very close attention. Your top-down analysis should be done the night before your trading session, simply because, guys, you want to go in and you want to make adjustments in your chart based on what price has done, right? So let's bring ourselves back to this setup here, right? Last time I got on YouTube, I told you guys that price had come into this premium area on the daily time frame. And then we got this rejection from here. I did have an area of interest down here in discount based on the fact that we left some lows and we left a little bit of imbalance down here. But guys, hear me out. We have to allow price to show us what it wants to do. Sometimes we are so closely tied to our bias that we ignore everything that price is showing us, right? And I want you guys to stop doing that. It's very, very damaging to your trading accounts. So we are back in this area, in this bearish OB that is now a supply zone located in a premium area of the daily time frame. As you can see, this top half is premium and this is discount. So we went from discount back into premium as expected. So guys, before this morning, I was with a bearish objective. My objective was bearish. I had a bearish bias. But when I got on the charts this morning, right, because you want to get on the charts an hour before the news, right? It should already be marked up, but you want to get on an hour before the news event just to kind of like go in and check out structure. So let's go down to the 4-hour time frame here. And let me show you guys what I noticed last night, of course, but this morning kind of made it more clear of what I would be looking for the news. And guys, I just want to say this. When you're coming up with your analysis, you have to trust your analysis. You're either going to have a win, which is great, or you're going to have a lesson. A lesson is just what it sounds like. It's not a loss. It's your trade or everything showing you that you need to tighten up in a particular area. Maybe you're not understanding direction. Maybe you're not using proper risk management. It's always a lesson. So do not be discouraged when you guys are taking those losses. You should not be taking more losses than wins. That I can say for sure. So if you're trading live or you're trading your prop firm, take a step back and get on a demo account and tighten up your skills. There's something obviously that is missing and your losses are telling you that. So if you pay attention to your losses by journaling them or writing them down or recording, you guys can get to the root of the problem. So back to the lesson, what I noticed is that yes, price had come into this area and I did narrow it down. At the time, it was this area right here. Price had come into this area. We got this rejection and we also broke structure, right? We broke structure a few times right here. We made a new low, lower high, and then also a lower low again. So this contributed to my bearish bias of getting back down into that daily OB. This is what got us up in the first place. Price actually responded to this 4-hour OB right here. But the daily time frame shows us something a little bit different, guys. So always pay attention to that. And so what I noticed was that there was some lows here, of course. And beneath the lows, there was a little bit of imbalance. So I was like, okay, if price is going down to grab these lows and fill in the rest of this imbalance, maybe it's not breaking structure to the downside to be bearish. maybe it's simply going in to kind of fill in some imbalance and sweep some liquidity. Here's that imbalance right here. So my bias did start to change a little bit, and I was like, okay, you know what? Aside from that, let me go ahead and measure that swing high and swing low. Maybe price, aside from grabbing the liquidity, maybe it's just going into a discounted area. So I did go ahead and measure that high and this low, and then this was a discounted area. So I was like, okay, price is in discount. I'm not looking to sell in a discounted area. And you know, this is where I left off Tuesday night, somewhere around here. Okay, Tuesday night. So when I woke up today, I was like, you know what? Let me see what price has been doing overnight. And I'm gonna put the sessions on. So here's the session. So I'm like, you know, let me see what price has been doing overnight, because I would hate to be on the wrong side of the news trade. And I had a complete hour to kind of figure that out, go back a little bit and see what's going on. So guys, I paid attention to structure, right? Price has been just going higher, breaking structure. Here we have a break of structure. And this was like a bearish area right here. As you can see, these highs show us that this is like a bearish area. But when we're going up, we're not really going to be too concerned with the bearish areas. We're going to be concerned on where they take price to. So if price is going higher, guys, do not try to trade these areas. Simply wait to see where this area is going to take you, and that's where your opportunity lies. So after this break of structure, we're expecting price to come back in. It came in very perfectly into this area right here. And these are the things that I'm doing this 1 hour before the session. So here we have Asia session. Asia session is always ranging for the most part, but it still was kind of climbing higher. We were still breaking structure to the upside. And then I said to myself, you know what? I am going to buy PPI today. My mind was made up already. My bearish setup was out, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy PPI today. So that brings us into when I came into the charts. This was around 7:30 right here, just an hour before. And one thing that I noticed, I always pay attention to where these wicks are hanging out. It lets me know something. It lets me know demand has been created or supply has been created. So guys, check this out. Price was ranging in between these two areas here. And one may be really, really confused as to what price may want to do. Depending on what you're looking at. Remember guys, do not allow yourselves to be confused. If price is going higher, what you're not going to do is focus on areas of supply or bearish OBs. You just want to pay attention to where those areas are going to take you. So I was like, you know what? Hey, this is 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock even. I was like, you know what? Let's see if price is going to come and sweep out these lows. Here were the lows right here, and right here. I was like, you know, let me see if price is going to come down and sweep these lows. That also gives a little bit of a discount, and it also creates confusion with manipulation. So price is going lower, everyone is thinking to start to sell, right? So as price closed here, the new candle opened, it went lower, everybody starts pressing the button to sell. And guys, what I've already figured out is that I'm going to buy from this demand zone after these lows are swept. Right here is where I wanted to buy. And what I was going to target is the highs to the left. We have a high there, and then back up in that premium area from the daily time frame, we had another high, which is right here. And those were my two targets. I was going to take partials here and there. So this was already planned out before the 8:30 candle had hit. And guys, surely enough, and I'm going to do a replay on the smaller time frame, it played exactly the way that I wanted it to play out. Let's take a look at that. Let's go back to 7:30. Okay, so around this time, this is where traders are being manipulated to start selling. And of course, on the higher time frame, you're looking at all of those areas that price may go down to. And so I noticed that as well. I was like, okay, okay. I'm feeling pretty confident now that price is going lower ahead of the news. This kind of lets me know, right? And this is 2 minutes before 8:30 a.m., right? So I'm like, okay, this kind of lets me know that price is definitely going to go higher. This was manipulation. We took out those lows that I had marked up, as you can see them here. And then I was like, you know what? When price starts to rise back up, people are going to think that it's going into an area to continue to sell. And I'm already in this trade, by the way, here. And it takes off just like that. 1 minute. Let's count the points. Over 250 points in 1 minute. Oh, sorry. Over 335 points in 1 minute. So that was a really, really nice setup. I normally always, if I'm not busy, I normally always get to catch the news trades, guys. And if you gain any value from this video, consider subscribing. Thank you guys for watching. And if you guys have any questions about which broker I'm using, I am trading with Henko Trade.